This is a smoke grenade range test from the Western Pyrotechnics Association Winterblast event in Lake Havasu, Arizona. I had the honor of being invited to teach several pyrotechnics seminars during this week-long event, covering ignition systems, screening techniques, and colored smoke compositions. What you're about to see are 3 tests of student-built devices using the INV-83 reloadable system, available on my website at inventionincarnate.com. The composition is a resin-bound composite smoke formula by Gary Purrington. I call this the Doomsday Smoke formula. You can find full documentation and links on my website. On the left is a teardrop igniter. On the right is a helical igniter. I make these fuses by weaving fast-burning visco fuse. You could also use black match if you have that available. And so I weave it through a rolled hardware cloth screen. It's about 4 mesh. The screen provides internal support and keeps a central gas channel open for smoke ejection. A fast-burning visco fuse is woven through the mesh, and a primer composition is applied to initiate the smoke composition. The issue with this test is that the XM83 starter mixture is underpowered for this resin-bound formula. It works well for potassium chlorate-based smoke compositions because it reduces flare-ups, but it's too weak in this situation. This is a better starter formula for resin-bound compositions. It's a thermic prime. Also note, the exit orifice is a 1/2 inch steel hole, not a flutter valve. Range test 1. Shut the f*** up. Oh, give me a break. Dude, come on.
Thinking about it.
All right. There we go.
Yeah, you think that's because it's not packed tight?
So it's actually the primer comp needs...
It's a little primer.
So it's a XM83 primer, which is generally for potassium chlorate. And this one needs a hotter burning silicon potassium nitrate based primer. So, or magnesium. In other words, a thermic prime. So a thermic prime
Silicone.
would be better for this resin-bound comp.
Yeah.
Just to get it lit quick. I forgot that. I figured XM83 would work, but I mean it works, but it's like it's very slow. Yeah, that's a cool one.
So you just put a little bit of silicone in there and it gets a little bit hotter?
Yeah, so there's like thermic primes.
Because when the primer stars,
Yeah.
if I wanted to ignite,
Yes.
it's better than magnesium for that.
Yes, it does burn. Yeah, it burns hotter too. Yeah. Exactly.
So what did I measure out after we pounded them all? Drill the center out, metal cage.
Yeah, and then the helical igniter to ignite the composition, in a figure 8. So it's a little like cage kind of thing.
Yeah, the metal.
Yeah.
And then are you priming the visco?
Yes, with XM83 if it's a potassium chlorate based smoke. So like if it's a low temp smoke, in other words, I use XM83 just because it's a gentle primer. But and so that formula, all those formulas are on.
No, I mean we wanted.
For the second test, we're again using the INV-83 canister and fuse. The composition is a TPA-based smoke formula based on an improvement on the U.S. military's M83 formula. Granulation is performed by forming a dough ball out of the powdered composition using 4% cellulose acetate dissolved in acetone. The mixture is formed into a ball, then grated over a 4-mesh screen, or you can use hardware cloth. Complete instructions for this device are available in a free PDF on inventionincarnate.com. The granulated composition is compressed into the cylinder and bored with ideally a 1/2 inch hole, but in this case I'm using a 5/8 inch bit because that's all I have out there in the middle of the desert. Ignition is via a helical igniter coated with the XM83 starter formula. You'll notice a much faster initiation here. This smoke composition uses potassium chlorate as the primary oxidizer, which has a very low activation energy. A flutter valve is installed to prevent flare-ups since TPA-based compositions are prone to them. This configuration ignites rapidly and deploys quickly.
Yeah.
The next one is probably the next.
That's funny.
Still a little hot.
That's funny. Oh, there you go. That was good. Oh, that's
Did you put your washer in?
That's more 9:30 in the morning. Color.
Oh, I know.
green. That's good. Well, one thing that he says that other people like you and Rob said green.
So they're finding another one, so either tomorrow at 9 or another.
So what? What was it? Why didn't?
The third test is a purple colored smoke composition. This composition is not granulated. The powder is compressed and bored with a 5/8 inch bit. All right, nice purple one. That's what we got. Oh, that's fun. Honestly, I think it's better ungranulated. Yeah. That's so. Maybe he's overrated. Oh, there. Oh, that's a little one. Interesting.
There's so many variables.
That's what's so strange about smoke in particular. Like I know there's a lot of chemistry involved in the coloration of the fireworks and design of that, but like, I don't know. It's like you have oxidizer ratio, dye ratios, exit orifice diameter, housing, elasticity of housing, ignition system, ignition method, area of ignition, cord, uncord, ash matrix. It's really interesting, yeah, how much.
Star chemistry, you get stoichiometrically balanced.
Yeah.
You prime them if they need priming, and they just burn. And so, like, the complexity of smoke management is far
It
greater.
is very, yeah, and then it's like the application. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, does it absolutely have to be non-toxic, or can it be a little bit toxic? Because if you can be a little bit toxic, like my mental health. Personally, I'm not satisfied with the color on this one. To improve brilliance, the dye ratio needs to be adjusted to produce a deeper, more saturated purple. Though it's not that simple. There's an eternal battle between burn speed and dye decomposition. Granulation and oxidizer adjustments to maintain the absolute lowest temperature burn that won't decompose the dye, maintain an impressive output, and minimize the dye's travel through the ash matrix. But all of that will be covered in a future video. Leave a comment, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. I promise you won't be annoyed because YouTube won't notify you anyways. Okay, goodbye, I love you.